Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media, and today is a Monday. Actually, we are having honorable member, or I can say MCA, incoming MCA for Kondele Ward, Miss Honorable Mr. Obungu. How are you doing, Mheshimiwa?
I'm fine here at the lakeside city of Kisumu. I'm okay.
Okay. How is the Euro City doing?
Kisumu is okay. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
okay. We are all fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. Today want to have a conversation about future pathways to unity, development, and influence, especially when it comes to Kisumu, to be precise, and maybe the Onagi Nation. Um, and before we proceed, what can we do, especially as the Onagi Nation, to have a future that is of unity, development, and influence to our people?
What we need to do is to have a great conversation. We need to come together and start
Mhm.
talking about our future as a Nagi nation. And coming together is to identify areas of our weakness and areas of our potential. Then we bring leaders together, leaders from every walks of life. Then we get seated together as a Nagi. Then we start that conversation. That is the basic. That is basically what we need to do as a Nagi nation. Highlighting
Okay,
on the
the reason.
problem. Highlighting.
Mm,
Sorry.
okay, go ahead.
Highlighting on the project. Highlighting on the
Mm.
projects. Key areas that we need to start handling as a way of building up the community and areas of challenges where we are not doing good as a people, then we see ways on how to develop them. Basically, that is what we need to do.
Okay, thank you very much. And the reason why I brought up this topic with you, because like there are things, some issues that we've witnessed, especially in our Kisumu city, especially when it comes to the relocation of our terminus from the city to Nyamasaria, whereby so many traders have protested. A group of traders, I might say, have protested. And as a leader who also, some of the people that the traders that you're leading are part of those who are doing business in Kisumu city. What can you say about that? Was there a communication or an engagement with the leaders, the traders, and the leadership of the county assembly?
Okay, Ben, relocation of the bus park or the bus terminus is not a bad project. It's a good project.
Yeah.
What is a
Hmm.
problem is the way how it was handled. You know that for every project to be done in a community, there has to be a process of public participation.
Yeah.
My thought is that the people who were handling this affair, they did not get to listen to the affairs of the people that they want to deal with. For example, the
Mm.
Matatu Association, but there is an organization known as the Matatu Owners Association. But some of them are saying that they were never consulted. They were never consulted. There are some hawkers around in the market center, and so many other people who are owning some kiosks who are saying that they were never consulted. There are some who are also saying that the space there at the mall and bus terminus, it is very
Mm.
small that cannot accommodate all of them. So these are the
Mm.
issues that needs to be handled very clearly,
Mhm.
very carefully. As we speak, the matter is before a court because there was some group which went to court and they were given some reprieve, whereby they were given, and the governor for Kisumu County was instructed to sit down with those that were aggrieved so that they see to it that the matters that they are complaining about are sorted out. So, in a nutshell, this is a project that is going to benefit the Kisumu, and we are
Yeah.
talking about the transformation agenda. In terms of transforming
Mm.
Kisumu, relocation to Molem is a good idea because
Mhm.
initially they were about to be at Molem, which is there currently. The second one was to be at Mamboleo, and done. It is not there. For the Mamboleo, it is not there. But now we have one at Molem. So the one at Molem can start working. Then, as we progress, to wait for the other two to come up. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
Thank you very much.
another
Okay.
another bad another bad aspect is about the vehicles that are on the roadside, not in the
Mm.
stage. So that is also not good. All vehicles must be in the stage. They should not be
Okay.
by the road, because the moment they are being they are stationed at the roads, at the roadsides, then it
Mm.
causes a lot of anxiety, because it brings a lot of issues around it, because even those that are using the road, they find a lot of difficulties, because you realize Kisumu, our road networks are not that fully expanded. So the moment
Yeah.
those vehicles are there, then
Mm.
even the commotion, the movement, even movement is not that. Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much for that elaboration. And maybe before we get out of that conversation about the relocation and the Molem, like did did they consider even like let's do all the terminus so that when people are moving, they move at the same time? Then what about the people who will be accessing the town? How will the people from Molem actually access the CBD? Or there's another aspect of transport system that has been put place by the county government for people to access the CBD?
There is a way they have handled. There is a way I added from the city manager explaining
Mm,
the routes and
mm,
the model at which the entire process is going to be handled. But
mm,
for all that I know, in the near future, the plan that is there is to leave the CBD to only have some offices. The government
okay.
offices are on or individual offices. The plan that is there is to have the people operate from outside the CBD centers. Now, for the vehicles or the people who will want to come to the CBD, just know that they'll still be using border border to access the CBD. But for the vehicles, they've been are not allowed to access the CBD as per now.
Okay, thank you
Yes.
very much. Honorable member, you know, you're aware that as we speak today, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga Baba has offered his candidature for the AU Commission chairmanship. What is your take as somebody who is a strong supporter of Baba?
Ben, first, let me start by congratulating His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga for being there for us. Baba has sacrificed a lot. He's done a lot in this country. He's given out his life, and he's always risked a lot of his. He's always risked in the public. Everything that he's always been trying to do is just for our good. Therefore,
Mm,
the purpose for Baba getting to the AU as the chairperson is
mm,
something which is good, and that we need to all celebrate about it, because Baba getting to AU in that topmost position, that will give another value, to the African continent, simply
mm,
because Baba is a Pan-Africanist. He
mm,
understands the problems that faces Africa. He understands the development aspect and progress of Africa and where Africa should be. Baba has
mm,
always been categorically speaking about how Africa should be in terms of education, should be in terms of industries. The
mm,
industrialization part of it has been a conversation from Baba himself. Therefore, the debate about Baba getting to the AU, and I
mm,
support it fully. It is only that there are people who are now using it as a part of a campaign agenda. Those that have never liked Baba in the previous past.
mm,
Now they want to use it for them
mm.
to be
Yeah.
seen that they like Baba, for them to be seen that they mean well for him. For example, the UDA people, that now leaders from
Mhm,
UDA. Yesterday, I had some
mhm,
senator from Nandi,
mm,
Samson Cherargei, trying to give Baba some demands for for him for the UD some demands and telling him that for us to support you, for William Samoei Ruto, the president of Kenya, to support you, there are three main
Mhm.
things that you need to do. And he stated those three things. First, he said
Mhm.
that Baba needs to apologize for organizing demonstrations. That is one agenda. Two, he said that Baba needs to talk now and say publicly that he recognizes William Samoei Ruto as the president of the republic. Thirdly, Baba
Mhm.
needs now to beg or ask officially for him to be supported. Those are things that we need not to talk about at this time. Baba is a Kenyan,
Mhm.
and him being supported to go to the AU will be a Kenyan agenda, and he needs to be supported by Kenya and Kenyan taxpayers because he deserves to be in that position. So, as for me, I
Okay.
say it's a
Mhm.
for him to
Okay,
be
that's
at the AU.
okay. Even me, it's a very good idea for Baba now to go and start doing that. That is kind of like a international politics or the African politics. But you know very well that in Onagi Nation, Baba has been part of our politics. And what impact, as you as somebody who has been um, championing the democracy, you've been with Baba and you know the ideology of Baba, what impact does it have on the Onagi Nation politics?
Or to me, I can say very categorically that there will be no, there is no cause for alarm. There is nothing to worry about because Baba is a Kenyan, and him getting to the AU, that does not mean that he'll stop politics completely. He will still be
Mhm.
coming back to Kenya, and he'll still be there, and will giving out his advices on how things are supposed to be done. It's only that
Mhm.
there are people who fear that Baba will
Mhm.
not be him out being at the AU at the AU headquarters, that is Addis Ababa, and
Mhm.
out of the country. Now
Mhm.
we will not be hearing from him every day, and it is true that will happen, but that does not mean that his politics here in the country will just go forever. I fully believe and I know by myself that Baba
Mhm.
will still be there for us, and the link that is going to get at the African Union is a very important link for all that is always wanted, because Baba has wanted to be the president for Kenya, and these heads of Africa will be whom he wants to start engaging currently. I am assuming that one of these fine days, because as for me, I still believe that come 2027, Baba will be at the ballot. So I'm saying this today that one of these fine days, Baba will need these leaders the moment he gets to that position of presidency. Because if you ask me further, I'll tell you that I believe that Baba will resign towards the end towards the starting of the 2027 politics. Baba will resign and come back to
Mhm.
Kenya. So I'm telling our supporters, though Baba has not told me about this, but I'm just assuming that he will do
Yeah.
that. So I'm just urging our supporters to be very patient and to continue praying that Baba gets to that position. But I want to tell them that Baba will still be there for us. And as for the opponents,
Mhm.
there are people who are uh, who are they're pretending that they're pretending that they want Baba and they like him, and they are campaigning for him so that he gets there. But on the other hand, what they are doing is simply they're laughing. They're laughing and saying that if Baba gets there now, they'll get an opportunity for them to do bad things in this country, because Baba has always been a protector and a defender of the constitution. Baba has always stood for good governance. So all these things, the people that have always been against this
Mhm.
will get an opportunity now to get away with the bad things that they've been doing.
Okay. Just before we wind up on the Baba issue, just still on Agi, because you're aware that sometimes when it comes to maybe during election or during the party nominations, especially in ODM, Baba has always intervened between some leaders, especially by during the campaigns, the Baba would assist them by raising their hands. And people tend to feel like this is a perfect opportunity that the Onagi nation, if Baba will not be in the 2027, that is, it will be opportunity for the Onagi to elect the people that they believed without Baba intervening.
Uh, uh, as for me, Ben, I don't think that that is the truth. I'm not seeing
Yeah,
it because Baba does not vote for everybody.
yeah,
He only convinces. Baba as the party leader for ODM, and the
hmm,
ODM needs membership, and Baba
yeah,
likes to have some leaders within him, within the
yes,
ODM party. He's always
yeah,
been requesting people that you start, that you vie through ODM. He's always been
mm,
requesting the people that you vote for ODM leaders, and that has never been a conditional. Baba has never said that if you don't vote for ODM, then
mm,
this will happen to you. He's never said
mm,
that. He only
mm,
says that, please, my people, give me an opportunity by voting for my people so that I get some strength when I get some strength. Because I can tell you, for example, he was saying during the times that he was campaigning and he came here in Kisumu and he told us, my people, I need you to elect and I need you to vote for 6 piece. And the reason to us why I need 6 piece is because I need numbers in the National Assembly. I need majority in the Senate. That was just a request. He's never forced the residents to vote for ODM. So those that are saying that now that Baba will not be actively engaging in politics, now they'll get an
mhm.
opportunity now to get away with how they want it to be done. To me, I don't think that is to me, I don't think that is the reason. But I want to say this: Baba has always wanted people
Mhm,
to elect good leaders, to
mm,
elect leaders who believe in the manifesto of ODM, to elect
yeah,
leaders who believe in the who has interest of the people at heart. That has been his
mhm,
topic. Baba has always been requesting people to elect leaders who are not corrupt. So, to me, saying that now Babas are exiting
okay, we have a problem with the internet. I hope he is going to come back. But maybe if we have somebody in the comment section who can ask. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Marco. Mr. Uh,
now, 2027 should be a politics that is different from the ones that have been always played in the previous past. Let's start. To me, I'm saying that we should always be doing issue-based politics.
yeah,
Is it okay, Ben? I'm
yeah,
saying
yes,
this.
you can. Yeah.
2027, there are so many. Yes, there are so many people who are to the opinion that come 2027, the set of politics or the style of politics that will be played out about in Kenya will be different. And I want to say this: yeah, it is true that it may be different slightly, simply because we will people have started realizing that they should be electing leaders who has got agenda, leaders that who believe in the interest of the people, and that is true. So I'm saying this: come
Mm,
2027, the politics that we should start playing as leaders should be issues-based politics. Issues-based politics. You come, you tell your people, I'm Obungu Owich. I'm vying for the MCA position. I'll be getting I'm requesting that you elect me as your MCA for Mandela Award come 2027.
mm,
This is what I stand for. First, I stand for good leadership, and good
mhm,
leadership entails zero tolerance to corruption. Good leadership entails economic empowerment to the young people,
mm,
who are the youths. Good leadership entails the economic empowerment to the PWDs, the elderly persons, and the women. And this is how I'll do it. As for the women leadership, I will try to give them some some ideas that will empower them business wise. So you'll try to like explaining to people what you want to do
mm,
to them. Now, if people will believe that that is what is good for them, then they'll go for you. And if they believe that that is not good for them, then they'll not go for you. And the leaders that are in power today, They'll also be given an opportunity now to demonstrate to the people what they have done during the periods that they were in power. And if at all you don't have something to tell people what you have done during the period that you are in power, that is the period the people will decide now to take you home. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Honorable. There's an issue here that I don't know how you will do it if, in any case, the people of Kondele Ward give you a chance to lead them. One, the accessibility of medical, of health, a situation whereby sometimes you find when somebody goes to some of our government hospitals, especially maybe district or referral, they take too long before they are attended. We've had such like cases. Is Do you have a plan, or maybe in the future, to have like maybe urgent care in Kondele, so that people would have to access emergency medical treatment for your people?
Ben, let me tell the people that the role of the MCA, there are three
Mm,
main roles of the MCA, or of an MCA. The first role is legislation. The
mm,
second role is representation, and the third role is legislation.
mm,
So, representation, legislation, and oversight. Now, these three main roles are where the MCA is given an opportunity now to work within the bracket that will eventually give an opportunity for
mm,
development for these people given an opportunity. For example, when I'm elected as MCA for Kondela,
mm,
what I'll be doing mostly in terms of health is just to push with the, the executive, the leadership of
mm,
Kisumu County, health centers or facilities within Kisumu County are supplied with drugs, enough doctors, and enough nurses, are the professionals that will be handling the patients in those facilities. That we will do. If it is not there, we will put a legislation that will see to it that later on the county government of Kisumu
mm,
make sure that they implement courtesy of the policy framework that is there. So that we will work on. I will work on that. Two, currently as we speak, we have a facility known as Gosau Dispensary, and that facility, it's not fully completed. Its construction started
mhm,
long time ago during the times of the councillors, when we would add the defunct local authority. Now, up to now, that facility, its construction started from then. Then, when then during the times of the new constitution, that we had some transition, which later on brought in the position of the MCA. The first pioneer MCA who got an opportunity to be in the position of the MCA now started the process of pushing for the completion of the facility. That MCA did not get elected. He left the facility the way it was, and then the current MCA took power from 2017 up to now to 2022. Is not done anything meaningful because the facility still stands the way it is. Now, the facility
mm,
is not completed within the time frame that is still remaining up to 2027. My role now will be to push pushing with the executive for the executive to finish the completion of the Gusau dispensary, then equipping it fully,
mm,
then bringing up somebody who can take good care of the patients as in the name of a doctor, and even the uh, full board that will help our
mhm,
people now start getting full medication. So that is a second the second agenda that I will do.
mhm,
Lastly on health, the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital, it is falling in Kondela Ward. And
mhm,
as an MCA for Kondela Ward, I will be seeing to it that everybody that steps into that facility comes out
mhm,
fully contented and satisfied that he's gotten the best medication that he or she wants, and that we will be pushing if given that opportunity. So mine will be purely representation. In representation
Mhm.
is to collect views. I will be collecting views from the people
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
relation to how they are receiving medication from these facilities, or how they want it to be done. So in a
Mhm.
nutshell, I will be engaging in several public participation. I will be bringing our people together, and I engage them so that I give them an open opinion so that they talk on what they want and how they think it should be done in terms of prioritization. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I think it was almost because I keep on following on how you do your update on a social media. In the month of January, if I'm not wrong, January towards February, you really, really complained about the bursary, how bursary were being allocated to some of the needy students or the needy kids that were going to secondary school. Did your complaints addressed by the relevant authorities or it did not?
Oh, Ben, there is a problem that we are having currently in Kondalawar, and that problem is about identifying the most needy and giving them the full support that they need. And this is purely because of the leadership that is there in place, the leadership through the Basari Committee and even the MCA. We're supposed to be seeing to it that the most needy within Kondalawar gets that equal opportunity uh, as per what the law dictates. I can tell you today categorically, though I didn't know that we were going to discuss this, I would have carried some piece of evidence so that our people knows that what I'm talking about is not a propaganda. Recently, I visited some office within Condelawar just to check the list of the beneficiaries. Uh, then, just to inform you, I was seriously disappointed because the people that beneficiaries for the bursaries for 2023-2024, most of them are not even the pupils, or the beneficiaries does not even, the families does not reside even in Kondalawa, and even them those beneficiaries are not from Kondalawa. So that is against the law too. The parameters that these people are using to identify this most needy is also one thing, because I visited the schools that are within Kondelewo. The first school is Manyata Primary, the second one is Okusao, Obenju, Arena, and Magadi. And I engaged even the teachers that are from those schools, the head teachers that are from those schools. And quite a number of them were telling me and complaining that they were not consulted in the manner in which this project was done. Therefore, I'm saying that I want to promise my people that if I get elected come 2027, what I will
Mhm.
insist on is the process of handling the bursaries and the scholarship. And for scholarship, it will be purely for the less fortunate, the needy in the community. And the needy must be somebody whose parent resides within Kondela Ward, whose parent votes within Kondela Ward. It will not be any person who comes outside Kondela Ward and whose parent is voting from another ward. That will not tolerate that. And two, the priority will be for the best needy best needy pupils within Kondele. That I will handle in a very fair way. And lastly, as I finish on that, if I
Mhm.
get an opportunity to be elected as an MCA, I will
Mhm.
push with other MCAs whom I will get elected with, so that
Mhm.
we see to it that we convince the executive to make some additional from 4 million that is for the bursary and the scholarship, so that we at least have 6 million. For example, the population of Kondele Ward is far much bigger than the population for Migosi, for that for market Milimani, and even for other places. But you realize when the allocations are done, it is done equally, meaning that is not very fairly in terms of distributing these resources. So I will be pushing for additional 2 million so that it gets to be 6 million. and that 6 million can at least be favorable for us as Kondala Ward. That is my view.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And on the same education, there's something that I want to know your view on, because we have students that are very needy, yet in terms of performance, then they are not performing well, or they did not perform well. But they also need education, and sometimes you find like they are being left out. And
Yes.
there are those who are very needy, but they performed well. What kind of the perimeters are you going to use so that even the ones that do not perform well, they get a chance in society to be people in the society, not only by paying for them school fee or finding an alternative so that they can support themselves in the near future?
It's not just about education. For those that
Yeah.
for those that will have an opportunity to go to school, we will see to it that they get some fees, and that their fees is settled for them to realize their vision, or their
Mm,
vision and their ambition must be realized at the end of it all. As for those that uh, are will not be privileged to continue on with this schooling, we will also see to it that they get into Rotary. There are short courses that we will be handling them through. For example, as we speak, this I'm not saying that I will do if elected. I've already initiated a process today, a
mm,
process through whereby the youths within Condela Ward. Yesterday, I engaged some of the young youths within Condela Ward who wants to start getting busy, whereby uh, I went to Nairobi sometimes last month, and out of my good way, I managed to get somebody who has got
mm,
some good ideas and agenda for the young people. And recently,
mm,
we are launching a very serious initiative known as Inua Maisha, whereby through this Inua Maisha organization,
mm.
the youths from Kondelo Ward who will be who wants to start some short courses will get an opportunity through tailoring, through beauty
Yeah.
therapy, through
Mhm.
computer sciences and computer courses, and some through mechanics. That is part of my initiative, not for the government. That I've
Okay.
already initiated. So by the time I will be elected as an MCA, I will be pushing through the Rotary, because we have a Rotary here in Kisumu, and they always allocate resources. They always allocate resources, and the resources that they allocate for
Mm.
the young people, for them to see to it that they join TVETs and the other courses. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's very good idea, and hopefully we pray that God to grant you all your wishes. Another thing that has always also been with us, especially in our major, do I call them major areas, especially for instance when we come to Nyalenda, Manyata, Obunga, and part of Manyata and where um, your your area lies. There's the accessibility of roads or infrastructure. And let's say if something happened, we don't want it to happen like what happened in Embakasi. Do you have plans that maybe you will be presenting to the county assembly on how the fire brigade can access some of our homes? Because like when we have like fire, it is quite not very easy for the fire brigade machine to access those areas. Do you have plans for your area or maybe for the surrounding of Kisumu?
Ben, it is very unfortunate that such cases still prevails during this modern age and times. Those are things that should not even be a case here. It should not even be happening here more so in the city. And I'm so happy that in Condela Ward, at least there is a plan, and there is at least some access that
Mhm.
when we have some fire infernos, the city the city department through the city department also always get that opportunity to send the fire machines
Mhm.
or the fire operators, and they get to reach to those places and make sure that they put off fire. Uh, but in the event that we still have places that very accessible, if I
Mhm.
get elected as an MCA, that will now be part of my role now, because as a representative of the people, my role is to see to it that every source of problem that is within the community uh,
Mhm.
is given some attention, and the implementation part of it is done so that the people
Mhm.
get services. So I promise that in, if that will be a case during
Mhm.
during the period that I will be in leadership, then we must see to it that we sort out that mess. Yes. But I'm so
Okay,
happy
thank
that
you.
today
Mhm.
I'm so happy that today through World Bank there is some
Mhm.
serious development that is happening in Kondala Ward.
Oh,
The case
okay.
uh, they are
Oh,
they are today helping us in in tarmacking some major roads that we really pushed that we get that the county government of Kisumu at least try give that the county government of Kisumu see to it that those roads are tarmacked. Out of the thorough lobbying that was done by our governor, and now out
mhm.
of the request that our people made to the governor, uh, now at least we are so happy that there are about three major roads in Kondelo Ward that are currently under construction, and they'll be tarmacked.
Okay, Mheshimiwa, I think we've dwelled so much about your area that you want to represent come 2027, and I hope they are listening. And there are so many good goodies to come. Let's now, before we wind up, we cannot go without
Before
talking. Okay.
before you finish that, Ben,
Mhm.
before you finish that,
Mm.
very quickly,
Mm.
this is my request. I want to
Mm.
request anybody that is watching us and is seeing us or seeing me tonight that please, this is my request. We have got a serious problem here in Kisumu, mostly mostly that is affecting the young people. The youths are dying every now and then. The youths are dying morning, night, and every time, simply because of bad things that they have joined. The youths are doing have joined bad groupings, and even the rate of criminality has increased simply because they lack something serious and meaningful that they can do within themselves. So, as a leader, my request is that I will be doing some proposals, uh, and I'm requesting that anybody who will be seated outside there and who wants to
Mhm.
reach through me so that we see ways on how we can assist these young men, because the proposals that we'll be doing will be purely on how we can be helping these young people through social and economic empowerment platforms, whereby
Yep.
we, my request is just to see to it that we organize a way that we can start proper training for these young people so that
Mhm.
we and we bring them together. Some are also suffering from health simply because
Mhm.
of lack of job opportunities. Some are depression. We will also be organizing for some serious training that will be helping to boost the thinking of these young youths and tell them that life is not completed at that end. They still have got another future. So we'll be asking for little facilitation for those people. That will be well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, and that's a big issue, especially in the lakeside, and this requires all the leaders to come together, because, like, at the end of the day, when we lose young men, especially in such areas, it's make we are not going to grow as a city, or we're not going to grow as a county. So that's a very good request. Anyone there who has listened to what honorable member has said, you can reach him through his social media platforms. And if you cannot reach him, just reach out to me, and I will connect you very, very, very fast with Muhesh anytime you out to me. So, Muhesh, before we wind up, we cannot go without talking about the affordable housing. You know, it's something that is there. We saw
Yes.
members of Azimio walked out of the house due to their dissatisfaction of what the government is doing. As a leader, what is your opinion?
Okay. The housing project is not a bad project.
Yeah.
It's a good project, if I may say so, because even in the last regime, the regime of William, or the regime of Uhuru William, there was some implementation of some affordable housing, which was done. And if you do some research about it, you'll realize that about 1,600 houses or units
Mm,
were built around Kenya, around the country. And
mm,
today, if you get to Kibra, you'll realize that there are some units which were done by the government, and people are benefiting through those units or the houses that are there. So that is not generally, it is not a bad project. But what
mm,
is causing confusion today about this housing levy, or the story touching on the affordable housing,
mm,
is the policy framework.
mhm,
Because you realize that William Samuel Ruto and the people that are in UDA, they have refused to give an opportunity for people to sit down and discuss about this very good project. Because in the current position, the constitution of Kenya is very clear on how projects are done or implemented in the country. First, the constitution dictates that before you implement on any given project, you
mhm.
must make sure that you organize for public participation.
Yeah.
Therefore, what is a problem is that our people have never been given an opportunity to understand what this affordable housing and this housing levy is all about. You realize that the
Mhm,
government developed a policy which is saying that uh, the people of Kenya, part of their salaries and part of their salaries and their resources, the government will take about 1.5%, which they will take
mm,
from the salary for the civil servants. And as for the ordinary Kenyans, they will be taking 200 shillings, which is conditional. Now our
mm,
people are saying, why do you take my 200 shillings and you are insisting that you are going to put some house somewhere for me, yet you have not engaged me on how I'm going to benefit directly over that project? So these are some of the fundamental questions that we are raising as Kenyans. That it is good
mm,
that you are going to put some houses that you want us to benefit from. How is it going to be done? What are the parameters that the government has put down?
mm,
Just sometimes, just last week in Parliament, I had members from the Azimio complained about the policy framework around this, and they were asking a lot of questions that nobody was ready to answer. William Samuel Ruto, by the time he invited, by the time he had a meeting there in Naivasha, he instructed the members of Parliament to make sure that they vote that housing levy, and they make sure that it succeeds. What he failed to tell us is, why is he really insisting on something that the Kenyans have rejected, and even the courts have given a directive that there should be some legal way for this project to be implemented. And even up to now, the matter is still before the courts. But you realize that the government is seriously or hurriedly working on the implementation of this project. These are some of the issues that we're asking ourselves.
mhm,
Then, just for example, even here in Kisumu, there are units, some units or houses that are being built here at Makasembo. The, in Makasembo, there were some houses that were belonging to people
yes.
let me say who are living in or some good or decent houses. These people, they were sent away from those houses that they were owning before. Now the government has come in place to give them of decent houses. Today, to give you just to inform you, the people that have already bought these units are the rich in the community, are the people that
mm,
work in government. These people now, the ones that were thrown out from the houses that they used to belong to, they are not having any opportunity now to reclaim back what was rightfully theirs. So all those are some of the things that we are asking ourselves. Now I want to I want to tell you this.
mm,
William Ruto is trying to tell us that he's going to create job opportunities through this. Does he really want to tell us that every Kenyan, even the one that are every Kenyan is only proud of going for the cousin for the Django as a job?
Mizengo, yes.
Not all of us
Mhm,
are going to do are going to Django. There are some that are doing some good courses. There are some that are wants to be doctors in the near future. There are someone that wants to be nurses in the near future. Some who wants to be lawyers in the near future. And it's categorizing everything that is saying that kazi ni kazi, as if he wants now the lawyers to get out from their offices to go and do his thing. He wants nurses and
yeah,
doctors to get out from their hospitals now to go and do.
mm,
Yes, he's telling us again that this project has to go on. But he's not told the judges who are even part of the subscription to this project how they are going to
mm,
own houses. Then, for example, what of those that are owning houses already? What of those that are
mm,
serving loans, that have
mm,
taken mortgages and are today servicing the loans about and have put some nice houses you see out of the loans that they have borrowed the government? How are going? Are they? What is the priority about it? Because somebody wants to give you some house through some condition, yet you don't need some house. You want to pay some fees for your child. So these are
mm,
some of the confusion that we are really trying to say that this government is not realistic on how
okay.
it's handling its affairs. And lastly, as I finish on that, why
Mhm,
is it that every policy that Samoei Ruto has developed has been challenged before a court of law? Is it because
mm,
the Attorney General is not doing his work? Is it because the Attorney General, who is the legal advisor to the President, is he really doing his work, or he doesn't
mm,
understand his role?
mhm,
The lawyers who are surrounding the President, do is can I is it because they don't understand what they're supposed to be doing? What of the
mm,
majority leader, the Kimani Chungwa, and even the UDA? They're they're bragging, they're boasting of numbers in parliament, but they're
mhm,
passing laws which are unconstitutional. They are passing pieces of legislation which are unconstitutional. These are
mhm.
some of the things that we are saying that William Samoei Ruto does not mean well for this country. And I say this as I finish over that.
Yeah.
A government which cannot
Hello. Oh, we kind of maybe we have internet problem here with honorable member. As we wait for the honorable member to come back on here, let me take this opportunity to thank the following. Let me thank Marco Bura, Kevin Obura, let me thank Judith Kawida, let me thank Tillen, let me thank Brenda, June for be part of the conversation. Okay.
can I repeat? Can I
Yeah.
repeat? A
Yes.
government which can a government a government that cannot offer an
Yeah.
equal opportunity for the netizen
Mm-hmm.
to give their opinions in
Mm-hmm.
terms of prioritization on how they are supposed to be led and no moral authority,
Mm-hmm.
that is not even keen on paying school fees and handling the affairs of the teachers, handling the affairs of the doctors, handling the affairs of the civil servants, the police, and everybody that is working and serving in the government. That government has got no moral authority to be in power. And lastly, a government
Oh, we lost him. Um, I hope he's going to come back. And what I would want to say, as we wait for Moesh to come back, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone. If you're coming all the way from Kisumu, kindly please share this with some of your friends, and let us subscribe to this channel, because we will be having majority of Kisumu leaders here, and we will be questioning them. Moesh, yeah, you're back now.
yes, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm back.
so
I'm back, bro.
yes,
So William
so
Samoei Ruto has failed
yeah.
Kenyans
Hmm.
in so many ways. He's failed Kenyans through
Hmm.
education. He's failed Kenyans through health. He's failed Kenyans by organizing for job opportunities for the young people. He's told us that he is going to look for some job opportunities for the young people outside the country. He's been traversing all African country, at least several African countries, in the name of
Hmm.
going to look for job opportunities, and even overseas. There is nothing good that
Hmm.
has come over
Okay.
it.
So, honorable member, Mr. Obungu, thank you so much for taking your time to converse with us. This is not going to be the last or the first time you will be here, because we have so high hope in you, especially you are putting your candidature for people of Kondele. So we will keep on engaging you on the issues and things that you want to do for a better, so we can have a better Kondele and a better Kisumu County with very good legislation. So I will engage you again if I have something that I need to discuss with you. And may I take this opportunity once again to thank you so much for taking your time in your busy schedule to be with us in this show. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to engaging people over some serious development that are supposed to be done here in Kenya. And I'm telling my people that let us keep on talking together, because when we talk together, that is when we realize development. But when we talk at each other, that is the reason that Kenya will not be running through some good progress. Thank you, and God, may God bless you.
God bless you too, to our viewers and those who are watching us. Thank you so much for taking your time and being part of the channel. And may God bless you. We will see you tomorrow as we engage two leaders, one from Kisumu City and one from Meru County. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Thank you, and once again, thank you so much.